Record on this computer. Okay, we're going to record now. Okay.
Excellent. Well, this is the second video covering the marketing trends that we're hearing from more than a dozen financial institution CMOs that we've spoken with. So let's do a couple quick introductions and then we'll dive right in. So I'm Mark Gibson. I've been with Capital Performance Group about 4 years. CPG is a management consulting firm that is totally dedicated to serving the needs of financial institutions. Before that, I was a CMO at several financial institutions ranging from about $1 billion in size all the way up to $50 billion in size.
Cool, and I'm Jessica Johnson. I'm the newest member of the CPG team, joined about 4 months ago, right when COVID started. My background is working with First Republic Bank based out of San Francisco. I was with them within the digital technology demand generation function of the bank. So really excited to make the transition to work with CPG and be with you all here today.
Great. Thank you, Jessica. So as I said, we did a previous video where we covered the first 3 trends. So today we're going to cover the remaining 4. And we're going to begin with marketing becomes the new relationship manager. And of course, marketing has been performing a larger and larger role in the funnel, moving into the sales function, especially for online account opening for quite a while. But with the pandemic and branches either shuttering or only open by appointment, and with even wealth management and commercial bankers not meeting face-to-face with their clients and prospects, marketing has needed to take an even bigger role in client engagement and in distributing content and in the relationship management function. A great example that we saw was in with WisFizz Bank in the Mid-Atlantic, where they introduced their WisFizz go-to banker, basically mobile relationship management. And they were encouraging downloading in their drive-up lanes. And as a result, they saw a 500% increase from March to April. So again, marketing taking a real strong role in filling that gap of relationship management through technology. All right, great. The next trend we're seeing is everything familiar is now essential. So, what is old becomes new again. And probably the biggest one here was email, because it seemed like at the beginning of the pandemic, at least, everything was changing almost daily. Branch hours were changing or closing, or how do you get a hold of your bank? How do you make a deposit? All these things. And the fastest way to get that information to our customers was by email. But of course, we didn't have email addresses for every single one of our customers. So that's become a real priority for marketers. And we've also seen that for those that we don't have email addresses, direct mail became very critical. And interestingly, what we've heard from our clients is that email open rates have shot through the roof because customers want to get information from their financial institution. They need help, they need content, and so it's just been a really great time for marketers to be communicating with their customers. The last piece here is social listening, again, because consumers' needs are changing, and Jessica's going to talk a little bit about that in a moment. But because those needs are changing so rapidly, social listening for banks that have that up and running has been a real boon for them to be able to stay abreast of those rapid changes and then to pivot their messaging to stay relevant and meet those new needs. So Jessica, do you want to handle the next trend?
Yeah, absolutely. So this has been really fun to learn more about. Marketers are having to meet their customers again. All of the segmentation strategies and all of the customer analysis that had been done has really changed. 65% of consumers, according to Suzy.com, basically believe COVID-19 has impacted what they care about. And from conversations with bank CMOs, that is absolutely true. Not only with the fact that people are consuming media differently, they're watching video differently, they're at home, but also even the difference between an essential worker and how you communicate with them versus somebody who's working from home 24/7. It's really forced a lot more of a focus on those actual behavioral and financial demographic information that I think was important before and is more important than ever. In this next trend, there's really a mad dash, of course, to obtain more customers. And we're seeing that done obviously through PPP, small business lending. That has really allowed banks to come up with bespoke opportunities to reach those people, specific promotions for what they need at this present time. That also means that there's a lot of opportunity to deepen customer relationships. So no longer are the days of just come open a checking account. We're seeing a trend for not only collecting deposits, but also lending, small business lending, as well as consumer lending being a key focus at this point. And then finally, in this example with Umpqua, we're seeing a focus on wealth management. People want to hear and learn more about financial information or how to deal with their finances in this very uncertain time. So it's a perfect time to collect more fee income and actually have deeper conversations about how you can help. And with that being said, how CPG can help and what we've been doing over the past 4 months, I'll break it down really quickly here. We are helping financial institutions, banks, community banks focus on digital demand generation. So what does it look like to run campaigns in this day and age? What is it going to look like in the future? Do you have the infrastructure and the team in place and the right agency partner? We're also working with CMOs to bring back their 2020 strategy that was completely scrapped and say, hey, there's 6 months left of the year. We can still do some testing and more campaign building for this year. And then what's 2021 going to look like as we prepare for the budget season? And so Mark and I are helping a couple teams with that as well. For here, you see digital agency selection. We're agency agnostic, so we are great partners to bring in and talk more about, are you getting the best bang for your buck? Are you thinking through all the marketing technology? And are you going to receive the support for the fee that's being charged? And then finally, marketing technology roadmap planning. Now is really the time that we're seeing CMOs get excited and even more interested with their executive teams around investing in different MarTech that maybe wasn't on the table in the past, but really is now. So we're really help build that roadmap and tie the pieces together. This is the abbreviated version, and there is a part 1. So watch part 1. And then if you want to learn more about what we talked about today, please feel free to reach out to Mark or myself and look out for the next video on retail banking trends. So
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.